Welcome to Montgomery County Master Gardeners Association. We're here to share expert advice, practical tips, and local insights to help your garden grow and thrive.
So this morning we've got a solenoid in a zone here which is irrigating part of Earthkind. The ladies want to change this solenoid from one controller, which is over here, to a controller over there. So we've started to trench out already. We've prepared wire. We are trenching out, laying conduit, and we'll be pulling this wire through the conduit. You only need 2 wires to connect a solenoid, but since we're going to be doing a lot of digging and pulling conduit, we're pulling 2 spurs through just in case we ever need to expand anything else out here. So if you follow me, I'll show you the path that we're going to be going. All the way down through this path here.
Some fun digging today.
All the way here. We're going to do a right angle here, and then if you come on the inside here, you'll see this is the controller that we're going to be connecting to. So the conduit's going to come up somewhere under here. We're going to raise it up here, drill an extra hole in here to get some more space because this pipe's already full. Pull the 3 wires into here, and then we'll be able to connect the solenoid from controller A to the new controller B here. And we'll show you how that wiring's done a little bit later.
Okay.
Okay, so we're ready to pull our first wire now. We've dug the first section of trench. We've got the conduit ready, and we've just drilled a hole through our box here. You can see the hole down there. So this will come through here. We will glue a fitting on here to stop it moving, but it's not going to move anyway because it's in the trench. And then this is our 4 wires, 1 red that we need, 1 white that we need, and 2 spurs. And then we're just going to feed it through each of these sections as we dig the trench and connect conduits. So that's our first one through. We're now ready to connect the next conduit, pull it through, push it together, and Bob, your uncle, will get there eventually. Okay, if you look up here, you can see we've pulled the wire through the second one, and we're working on the third one there. So now we're ready to connect the conduit. Pull the wire a little bit, keep it tight. Hang on, no, whoa, don't. Yeah, hang on.
A little overzealous.
Yeah. So that's one joint. We'll do the other joint here while we're at it. So again, we keep the wire taut so that we don't
No pinching.
pinch it. And see how that nicely fits in there. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be protected now. We're going to go all the way to the building at the far side, run it up to the controller.
It looks like I'm doing something.
There you go.
So we're down the far end now. We've taken it all the way down. You can see the end of the conduit there. We've got to feed that under the wall and get this the right length so it comes vertical on the inside going up the controller. So now we're going to try and feed it under these wires that we found in the ground here and see if we can get the length approximately right.
So wait, why aren't those in a thing?
Yeah, Steve, why aren't these in a conduit, Steve?
Because we didn't do that.
We haven't finished that. Oh, we didn't do that.
Ah,
The professional team wasn't on that job.
Oh, Steve, look at that, buddy.
Is it going to be perfect?
It's gonna be perfect.
Man, I tell you, are we great or what?
No, let's get the let's get that corner.
Perfect. So now we've come up here. We're going to run another pipe up here to bring the wires into the top of the controller. And I'll show you how we do that in a little bit, but we've got more length than we needed, but it's better longer than shorter. Okay, so we've done the corner at the bottom, one upright. We're just pulling this through to try and get this lined up. We're then going to put an angle on the top, come across here and drill a hole in and take the wires in through the top of this box. But let's get this on here first as the next thing.
is it offending you that it's not vertical? Is that what's going
That'll
on?
be okay for coming in there. So we need to just give me back a little bit to get this vertical to make it look pretty. Yeah, but you want me to dig this out with a so we can take it out a little bit straighter.
Maybe. And then I'll start back filling.
Yeah, hang on, let's see if I can get a bit more space here. No.
Like that?
Oh, look
That's
at that. Oh, man.
Do we have any brackets? Do we have any of the
Nobody, we fill the soil in, then
It'll be
that'll be
fine.
enough for now. And then we'll have to get some brackets afterwards.
throw it into that corner right there, and then we'll push it in.
Okay.
Step in right there, Margaret. See where your foot. Push it down in,
Okay.
please. There you go. Keep on pushing it, and close to the wall too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now what we're going to be doing is disconnecting this solenoid from the ratio. We will label it here because you never know when you may need to use that wire again. And then we'll connect one of these reds and one of these whites to this solenoid and to the hunter on the other side. Remember, we've got 2 spare reds. Since we're doing all that digging anyway, we pull extra wires. You never know when they need an extra zone around here, and we do have 3 zones on the hunter. White and 1 red for the time being. Then we're going to connect these 2 together here. We're going to go to the other end and find out which red is which over in the box over there, so we know which one to connect to the controller.
Oh, right, because you pull.
The other 2, we're just going to put a label on using masking tape and put spare to hunter. And when we disconnect this one, we're going to put a label on spare to ratio. So that's these 2 connected together now. Now we'll go across to the other side and use our meter. Okay, so we've come round to the hunter side now. This is the other end of that cable that we saw in the solenoid box. We're going to be bringing this in through a hole at the top here. So the first job now is we're just going to cut this wire about here so it's not too long. And then we've got loose wire in here for connecting to wherever we want. So we've now cut the wires, we've stripped the end off. We know that one of these is the red that we've got shorted at the other end. So we're going to use a simple meter, put it into the short position, and you can see short and hear a little beep.
Right.
Now we need to find out which of these reds is the one that we want. So we connect one to the white. There we go, that's the first one shorted. So we know it's that one. We will just check these 2 to make sure that we don't have any continuity. We don't.
Okay.
We know these 2 are the 2 that we want to connect. These 2, we're going to put a label on saying spare Earthkind Garden. Okay, so we pull the cables through. We've labeled our spares and we've got our red and a white, which we're going to connect to zone 5 here, which will activate the solenoid over there. Before we do anything else, we're going to unplug the controller so that we don't cause any shorts or blow anything up. Give it a little tug, make sure it's in there, and then this will be zone 5. Okay, we're done at this end. Now we're going to go to the other end and tie in the solenoid. Okay, so now we're at the solenoid end. This is the existing connection to the ratio. I have labeled these cables now spare ratio, and we're going to disconnect this solenoid from the ratio. So just undo the wing nuts. This we'll just leave in the box now, just in case anybody ever needs it. We've got spare ratio, we know we've got cables coming in there. We've now got 2 cables coming from the solenoid, which we're going to attach to our 2 cables that we've identified and connected into our hunter. Very long cables here, but I like to work out up here out of the dirt instead of bending down. We've got plenty of space up here, plenty of space in there to wrap the cables around afterwards. Okay, now we just need to clean these connections up. It doesn't matter which is connected to which on the solenoid, red onto red, or, well, they're both red. It doesn't matter which one they're connected to, either way works. And then we'll put 2 new wire nuts on there to connect it.
And those are the gel waterproof ones, right?
Correct, yes. These have got some grease in there to help keep it continuity. I always mechanically tie these together as well as putting them in the wire nuts. Just extra security, make sure it's a good connection and we don't lose it. Okay, took all the wires. Oh, one last thing. I'm going to label these 2 spur wires now. Put a label on there saying these are spurs going to the Hunter so that whoever comes to work on this, they can tie the 2 ends together. Okay, that's our 2 spurs from the Hunter labeled, our 2 spurs from the Ratio labeled in there. Now we just took all these wires back in here, put the top on, test it and hope for the best. You hear that?
I do. I hear water. Yep, I see drips.
Okay, so that's tested zone 5. So the solenoid is now removed from the Ratio across to the Hunter. So Earthkind is now all on the one controller.